All right. Well, let's see. Well, I don't know that I want to dare say that or point out whose fault this one is. It's not really anybody's fault, but I was challenged to make it really tough. So,
We'll probably be able to tell when we see it.
oh, I don't know. No, no, no. Because and
Oh,
I was looking. So I'm still kind of in the mind of Celtic knots. So I was looking for something hard, and I found this. So let me put in the chat first. So I'll put links for those that are new to us. I'm putting links in the chat for the step outs, and so these will be my versions, and then I will link to the creator of the Tangle because that's the right thing to do. It would be silly not to. Let's see. Zelda tried counting the. Oh, and let me. Oh wait, let's see. Hopefully, let me just see. I want to make this work right. It's an Instagram, but let me just check and make sure. Oh yes. Okay. Well, everybody will let me know if it doesn't work. Okay. So many steps. I know. Well, and I took one of the steps and uh so I have an additional step, I guess. Or did I even do two? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, apparently I have two extra steps in there. How did I do that? I don't know. Because I have 12.
you did it just to make it tougher.
Oh, I know what I did. Well, on one, I did one more. I don't think I even, oh, that's so funny. I didn't even think about the first one, but I just did it. I like didn't do it on purpose. All right, let me share my screen. We'll talk through this. It's honestly not as hard. I think I have the steps memorized. Well, after I do two step outs like this, you might, but at the same time, I wasn't necessarily going back. So it is really not as hard as it looks.
I love those kind.
Yeah. And then,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, the way the mantra y things work. Well, well, I'll just start with here. I can't, let me see if I can make this bigger. I know some of these, um, okay, good. This will work because some of these, I forget what website it is. It's like I try to make it bigger and then it shrinks smaller, and I'm like, oh, stop it! All
No,
right,
that's not what I want.
yeah, yeah. Um. Oh yeah,
Um,
Michelle, I have two. I have two step up templates, and one of these days when I get get around to it, what is that doing? I don't know what
these are
that
this
is
is
in my.
one this is an official one from headquarters.
That one, yeah, is available to CZTs, but I made this one that has 12 boxes. I had shared them with somebody, maybe Tedra, it was you, and I created a 9 one, and then like someday when I write up something about here's what a tangle is, here's how to do step outs, because I have this intention, and I will share those. So, all right. Oh, and if you're talking about the one on the screen, yeah, the one on the screen is CZTs. So I decided, like I said, that without thinking about it, to make the first step the diamond in the center, which it's a good idea.
It's a good
Um,
idea.
and then we're gonna essentially aura each side. So you're gonna draw a straight line on each side of that diamond. Then we're gonna complete the other side of that straight line to make these V's, right? The upside down V. So we're going towards the outside. It's hard to see. Maybe it's just my screen. It's hard to see the red on
Yeah, it
hers.
doesn't show
Yeah.
up real well.
Let me flip to which one. This is Hug You by CZT Miiko
Hirai?
Hirai. Yeah, I tried doing a pronunciation and then I need to say it 100 times or something. Oh, yeah, because I think you can see the red on mine better. And then
Mhm.
yeah, taking that, just looking at the straight line, go out the other side to make V's, and then on either side put in a V. And if you, as usual, I am the test of if it's not perfect, does it work or not? You don't have to worry about having things even or anything. The end result will still be fine. But we're gonna, put little V's on the side and just kind of do your best to keep a similar distance. And then this is the one that I split out because I was like, I was seeing, like this, my step 6, and I'm like, it does not compute. So what we're going to do is curve lines. And if you think of a larger orb, because you see how they kind of create larger orbs, starting at, this would be the, I guess the upper leftmost end. And so this was the mantra that developed in my head. So I'm starting there, and then going clockwise. So going to the right, and I'm covering that next opening. Then continuing on in 6, same thing. Then we're leaving an opening, and we're covering the next, or path, maybe is a better way to think of it, and then stopping at the next line, so that way we have an open path out. And that pattern continues, because I was like, how do I make heads or tails of this? And it ended up not being that hard. And then we just continue around in that same manner. When doing it at the same time will probably help. Then 7 is hard to see, but going from creating a diagonal solid line, we're just going to put those 2 little lines, if you see in the center, going from left to right, so that way you have this one big piece. So just in there. And I just did it however it lines up, it lines up. So if these 2 didn't line up right, well, I just didn't
Made
fudge
them.
it. Yeah, just made it.
Make it do.
Yeah, exactly. Then that upper left open space, you just continue that line out. So thinking take off and land, and then just wherever you want it to go, and then to the lower right. And I like that it's kind of it's symmetrical, in the steps. So it's not like, oh, a little bit here, a little bit there. Okay, and so now we're kind of just expanding those paths. So as you see in step 9, that opening in the second X, we're just going to continue that path up and over and hit that line that we just created. Welcome. It's just an extra hard one, Allie. That's all. No, just kidding. It's not. It's really not. And then the same thing on the flip side. And luckily, turn your tile and you do the same thing all over again. Then auraing. We're kind of auraing and hollowing. So then the outer lines of what we started here in 9. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, no, actually, because you could take what we did here in 9, and then we're going to continue that underneath this, if you can see my mouse, and around so that it lines up with this path. And then take the other straight lines out, and boom, that's it. Doing it and talking will probably be better. All right, then, and this is an option. So when I'm looking, I thought they were 2 completely different tangles. So so I should have said that first, so that way everybody freaking out can be like going, oh, okay, it's not 2 completely different things. It's not. So these lines that come out, there is one little, oh no, it's not even a change at all, except the lines in step 8. If you want them to go a certain direction, go ahead and get that started. Because what the option you could do, like in number 11 here, is you can have those, meet up. They don't just have to go out into wherever you want. They can meet up. And you can have it be one whole thing if you want. So now looking at Miiko's example and Tangle. Now this, because it's on Instagram, if you're not familiar with Instagram, this little barely seen arrow here will take you to the next one. But you see how you can create a reticula with this if you want, or this. And so this is the second one. The only thing that changes is if you want to connect. Let me go back. All of these ends And honestly, you can connect them whatever directions you want. You could connect the side ones. You could continue this on forever if you wanted to. Or do something else. But I just wanted to share because I'm like, wait, it's the same thing. So there we go.
What's confusing with that one, she doesn't even have arrows at which direction you're supposed to go. From which little square to which little square. The first one she had them.
Oh, yeah,
This
that's
one
right.
she doesn't. And
Ah,
I personally hate it when they do that.
yeah.
When they go zigzag.
When it's
You know,
yeah,
go straight down, start at the top, go straight down.
I like to do it as you would read, and I kind of understand doing it that way, although having directions helps because I'm like, okay, that way your eyeballs can go up and down and compare versus
Mhm.
diagonal. But at the same time, I'm like, no, just do it like we read. It's okay.
You're
Ah, all right. So now, I don't know. Let's work on the tan. I need to get out some of those new colors that we got. And since I'm doing that, I should use a little bit bigger pen. Okay. And I didn't say this at the beginning. Feel free, especially for those that are new to the group. And well, it's you've just chimed right in, and that's good. And now you're part of the family. Welcome. So we do use the chat for chatting because when we open up the mics, it's confusing and hard to hear. So if we use the chat for that, if you need me to stop, I will go slow. If you, I'm happy to start over. Like when we did this, I can't remember what it was called. That one, I have like 12 of them because I kept having, and it's all good because that's what we're here for, to play with tough tangles. And there we go. All right. So a diamond in the center of wherever you want it, or you could make it a square and then just turn it so it's a diamond. Oh, look at mine. Mine actually looks square. Oh, okay. All right. Jen says she hasn't messed up so far. Yes. Okay.
Somebody
Then,
said they're glad they have an appointment.
yeah, Felicity. I think it was Felicity. Go. Okay, Felicity. See you tonight. And
I
then
have a feeling it's a air quote appointment.
no, she's up for the challenge. And so this is where you want to decide how far apart you want that. So if you plan to put tangles in, then keep it at a nice distance. Oh, look at how not center mine is. It's good. I'm following the Fibonacci thing. All right, then. Oh, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna keep it this way. Yeah, if you're working on something round, then to decide which direction did I want it to go. All right, so then we have our little V's. And then here, just kind of, imagine, or actually, and when we did, yes, and I can't remember if this was the part that you didn't remember, Mom. I just remember, I think it was Tripoli, when they were explaining Tripoli when we were at training, because I always have trouble with that one. And it was just like, pick a line, and you're going to just aura that line. And it's like, oh, okay, because it's like I would put too much pressure or something, and it really helps. And so in my head, that's what I'm doing here. It's like, just aura that line. Don't think about anything past that.
I don't know if
All
Joyce.
good. Mom's already done.
I am. Yeah. I love this one. Let's
It's
see.
not as hard as it seems, right?
No, Joyce is not on. Joyce hates Tripoli.
Oh, maybe that
And
would help.
I love Tripoli.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, maybe that would.
everybody's got their one that they hate.
That's right.
I
That's
won't
right.
mention mine. But
So on the curve, so like I said, taking, although part of me thinks, I don't know if you could have fun with it and see how else you could take it if you started from a different spot. But like I said, this uppermost right spot, and I'm going to turn it so that way I can feel this nice curve that goes over the next gap. Because you can see it looked like or looked like two X's, right? and then just take off. Well, the takeoff was a rough takeoff. We're landing. We have a nice landing space, right? So we'll land in there, tracing over a little bit, and then thinking of this as one big thing. Okay, the next open, we have an open space, and this one because I thought, oh, this is going too far, but we're leaving a gap and then we're closing a gap. Oh, that's a good way to think about it. Leaving a gap, closing the gap, and now here's where we're opening it again. And it's just two of them are coming down and landing on that initial diamond that we created. So if that helps. Okay. And then, oh, that's right. Then, and this one, say if your stuff gets turned around, the ends of the X that are closed already, we're gonna make that one big line. So we're gonna close off that, so that way we have just one big space, like I said. And I just connect the points no matter what. Kim says now I'm hungry for a pretzel. She says it reminds her of making
I was
pretzel.
thinking that too. It
Mm,
looks like a pretzel.
All right, and then again, taking these out wherever you want them. I'll do one that's well, actually, like I said, wherever you want them is fine. And again, just doing a little takeoff and land. I'm thinking, well, I might just have some extra fun with this. And then we'll do another one that where we tie it together. So I'm gonna at least do two. That's how I'm doing mine. Whoops. Let me move that. Okay. Actually, let me move this up. All right. Then, so this open. So we want to, keep these the path going. So this one that this other end of this X, we're going to come and take it around and land it here. So essentially, auraing that curve using the takeoff and land concept still, right? And then same thing on the other side. Like so. And then essentially, like I said, we're continuing this, but we have this guy that has to come out here. So from here, and then if you air draw over for that hollow bow, and then as you come around slowly, line up so that way it's close. Let's see, wait, Michelle says she's imagining Allie's tile this evening with 100 little hugs or HugUs. Oh, Colleen says this is easy compared to Kala. That's what this one was. This was Kala. Thank you. It does seem easy. Maybe I did try the Kala with the seniors. It was the first time I've ever abandoned something.
Really? It didn't work?
Nope. They said, like, wait, and I'm like, okay. So we gave it a good try, and I had a backup already in mind. So.
Well, that's good.
Okay. Now it looks like I have a funny trumpet. Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to do another one, Allie. Maybe it'll help. And then here, because, we want all of these lines to continue, so air drawing over to continue that line, and this line, and then this one here, right? And that's what's fun with this, is that you can have those ends do whatever they want. And it's fun. All right. Anyone else having trouble? And if you know at what step it's getting hung up, let me know. I'm going to connect these because I think that would be cool, but I'm going to leave it that way for now. Okay, Rosie. Well, I saw good so far. Wait, I should have timestamped so I could see. All right. Let me start again and then we'll see. And some of it is just a go slow. Oh, the 8. Okay, okay. All right. So let's get it set up. So yeah, when we started curving then. Okay. Get this set up first. That way. So this, yeah, because this part was, I mean, really pretty straightforward, which was nice. Okay. Zelda's getting out her white jelly roll. Okay. All right. So I think it's at this point then, Rosie. Yes. I have one. Yeah, one of the ladies at the senior. She's like, "You have those white pens?" Like, yes. That's just funny. Okay, a bit further. Okay. So you got the first curve then. So I'll get that first curve. And I love it when as they're doing something and then, like I said, mantra just starts forming in my head. Like I said, it just felt really weird. It's like, wait, this one's going too far. Oh, look at that pattern. Okay. Hi, Joe. Are you trying to figure something out? There you go. Oh, or trying to find the chat. And actually, I didn't explain that the chat is on the left side. You'll see the attendees, and just click the word chat if you're needing to find that. If it's on an iPad or phone or something, it's just a little different. You swipe something, and of course, each one is different. Okay, and so Rosie did. Okay, so after we get this part done, then we're gonna extend really the two clear openings. Because this one is not completely clear because it's butting up to this one, same thing. So the farthest openings, and I'm not going to take them too far. So we just want to extend them a bit. All right, and then the first of getting the rest of the 8, because if you look, we want to finish. Wait, let me see if I have a better way to say it. Looking at it this way, we want to, have this path come up and over. Hi, Antonia. Super. Well, welcome. I've almost just started over, and let me actually, for anyone else that joined in a little late, let me put in the chat the step outs and say don't freak out because there's 2. The end is just different. It's like alternate endings. All right, let me put the third one in. There you go. Okay. Okay, a little bit further. Okay, so this path, we're going to continue this up and over and landing on this line, right? Like that. Same thing on the flip side. So it's always the same area. Just turn your tile, find it, and then you should be good. Like that. And then on this, so then to complete that, because we want to continue this this path around the outside of these two, right? So either way you start. So we're going to connect it via hollow. These two ends. So we have to, well, let me do this. Air drawing that. There's one end. So if that helps, just to put a little dot, like just barely getting things started on those two ends. That might help, Rosie. And then it's just connecting, and then we're auraing whatever. Well, you know what? Don't even have to aura. You could, you could do another shape if you wanted to. I'm gonna aura just because. And then we're just connecting those two ends. Same thing on the flip side. So if you find this right here, and like I said, if you want to just put a little dot, and then here, little dot, and then connect those two with a nice curve line, and there you go. At least the insides. That makes sense, Rosie? All right, perfect. And then it's just extending. These lines are open. These two here, let me just do what we just did. These two via hollow, like I said, so underneath this ring, and then you can have fun with them, extend them however you wish to extend them. Oh, absolutely, Michelle. Yes, yes, yes.
I think you can print out. Are you there, Heather? Are you there?
Yes, just don't click the back arrow on your browser instead of I wanted to click the attendee list, and I clicked the back arrow because I'm that bright today.
I was just going to say, I think you can print out anybody's step outs for your
Yeah,
own personal use. You just can't print them out and then sell them
right. Or put them
or
in a
use
book
them in a book, in a
or
class or something like
yeah,
that. Or yeah. Um,
yeah.
but
That's
I
why we
think
always do our own version, because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna link and I'll show you theirs. I mean, you could print out theirs and yeah, just for your own use.
yeah,
This is like I wouldn't do this class and then and just use hers necessarily, or Zentangles or anybody's.
right. Because
Um
like when you do your little booklets for other classes, those are all
Ones
your
that I did, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's say it was something like, but I would like, ask permission, to reprint or something like that. But yeah, I did go backwards, Luna. Like
'Cause
backwards to myself right now. I'm like, oh, okay. It's an arrow. I wasn't even looking for an arrow. It's in the same side of the screen,
I was just thinking
it's
back
just
back in
funny.
the day when I first started this and I was going to tanglepatterns.com, I would print out every step out, you
Mm.
know, and some were Linda's, her take on them, and then others you had to go to the person's uh, blog or website or
Mhm.
whatever to get their step outs. But I just printed out what they did, but it was for my own personal use. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Um Oh, Michelle says, I just know sometimes that you see a step out posted that you can't right click and save as. Oh, and that's probably more of something with like
How
either
it's
the browser, because like
yeah.
Instagram can't do that. So if I want to use something, then I'm I'll take a screenshot type of thing. But yeah, especially if I
Heather,
want to see a sample. Yeah, hi
Heather,
Annie.
Heather, hi. I just want to tell you real quick. I was on Facebook and I saw somebody had posted a step out, and I was like, that's Heather's step out. But what happened was they gave you credit, like they
Oh, good.
linked it to you.
Oh, on a different group?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, how
She
nice is
gives
that?
what is it? She does prompts. I have to remember what her name is,
Okay.
but she does prompts. And I was clicking through there and I was like, why is she using Heather step out? and then like I said, I looked and she linked it to you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because that's the way. Oh, thank you, Monica. That's so funny. And not like, tulips that we found that somebody else did, and then, yeah, then when I went back later, and I think it was later, and I went and looked at the comments, and it says, "I was just informed that somebody else has done this." I'm like, "Yeah, uh-huh, good save," because, you don't do something pretty much exactly like somebody else did when you created a step out, and then uh-huh, uh-huh. So funny. Thank you. Oh. I should look and see if because sometimes Facebook will tell you if somebody, tagged you or linked you or something. Um, all right, so here I decided, well, I want to do the second version. This is the hug me, and so I'm just connecting those out, these to themselves. And like I said, you could end up doing it. You could, do it to the side. This I think looks neat. And I think I didn't I'm glad I thought about it now instead of like sometimes these thoughts happen like later and the PM crowd gets the benefit of thinking or experimenting with words and all of that. Because it does at least it gives you a point to start and stop from. And I kind of on my version of the step out, I decided I'm like, oh, well, why do these two need to go out? They don't. They can do whatever they want. But I think it was, no, because after I looked at hers, I'm like, I can do that. You like that? I like the benefit of thinking. Usually it's overrated, is what I say. All right, I'm going to do the same thing, maybe, yeah, on the other side because I think it's cool. But yeah, I think I too think this one is easier than yeah, the one we did last. And I'm like, okay,
On
well,
a
good.
regular day.
On a regular day, yeah, I was just like, oh, but it's I wanted to do something before, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was going to be easy, and well, yeah, it's one of those after you do it, yes, it seems like it, but oh, here it is. Yeah, the kala. And it was easier than the other one, and it was a Teresa Fessler one that was similar to this, but it had this do this line here, oh, and then come over here, there wasn't an order to it. Where this I think has a lot of order to the orders.
Well, and
Do I have
and
regular?
and
No.
that's what helps when you do the step outs
Ah,
because you put more order to them,
is
which
it how my
is,
brain works?
but so do a
I
lot of other people.
Yeah.
So you are helping a whole bunch of people who can't just say, "Okay, well, I can do that."
'Cause I
No,
see
you can't.
patterns.
Yeah.
I see patterns in everything.
Sometimes you
Oh,
just need a little help,
yeah. Yeah.
and you provide that,
Well,
and we're thankful for that.
well, good. Now I don't know what else to do. I'm good at that part. Then it's like, all right, okay, now the decorating part. Okie dokie. Luna says, I have my coffee. The dogs have gone out. I took my meds. Now I'm ready for class. Well, welcome, Luna.
And this is a regular hour, right?
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah,
You
you
got
got
15 minutes.
right. Well, 10 really, because we do this,
Well, yeah,
showtime at oh,
it's called speed tangling.
that's right. Well, that's Razamatanga too.
That is, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, too much fun. I know. I'm like, well, which one do I want to decorate first? I don't know.
Well,
You
I
know,
didn't know either, but I think I'm done.
I think I'm going to continue this out because this is what I was picturing because I always love it. I know, right, Allie? I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, this is going to be on Razzmatanga at some point. Oh, I always love when you do this, you know, with the
Oh,
hollabop.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's one of those where I've not quite gotten to where I feel like I
You
can
really
do
have
that.
to think ahead or stop short so that you can,
Yeah.
you can do that. But no, that
Look at
really
that.
is good. I'm
Ooh,
liking that.
I feel so proud. Oh, Ellie said she's not participating. Yeah, let's see. Because today, so we just have to look out when I don't know how many. I can't. Well, I could calculate, but I don't feel like it. How far away we would be from that? Because what were we were in the 600s, 640, 680 maybe. Last Razzmatanga.
Yeah.
And so this is
Is this current?
today will be uh 1145. So we
Oh,
got a little time. Being that I'm going 20 per week, you know.
you'll forget all about it by then.
That's right. And then
And
it'll
you'll
come
say,
up and it'll be like,
oh, that is so easy, you'll say.
oh, like, oh, that one. Yeah, that's right. It does look like it's a nice four-leaf clover. I should put what number is this? Oh, it's a 5. Oh, and you know what? Well, you know, since I don't know what I want to do with this exactly, obviously shading somewhat easy. Doing the over and unders. I like what you did on yours, though, Mom. Besides doing that,
I didn't do
I can
any
always
overs
I
and
can always
unders.
add stuff. Oh, you didn't do it.
No,
Did you
I
add some shading at all?
no,
Oh,
not yet.
I was seeing it
Well,
on the insides. Oh, I'm gonna do this though because
oh, I did. I reauraed the little holes and did a little shading in
oh,
there.
okay.
Now I'm going to do on the lines themselves with the Fabrico.
Yeah, because you know, I like to live dangerously. I'll tangle after I shade. Or I'll just leave this one as it is. This one, I don't know why it makes me think of kettlebells or the handle, or it's like two handles pulling a knot.
It looks like a square knot.
Oh,
Right over left, left over right. Sort of. It actually it is a square knot.
is it? Oh my gosh.
Well, it looks like a double square knot.
Okay. I'm gonna just take it that far. So I mean, yeah. So yeah, putting graphite wherever there's a straight line like this over a path, because that's what I like to call them. Apparently, I think I started doing that when we were figuring out to sew. And oh, Luna says, or a sheep shank. We see who knows their knots. I don't, or at least know names for them.
Well, I just know square knot because I use it in the garden and in jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looks much better with a little bit of for the over and
Oh,
under.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't do all the way around, but oh, I was going around with graphite all the way around because I like doing that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I like doing that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to decorate the background on this one whenever I decide what I'm going to do. But yeah, I mean, what's nice, depending on how, and apparently I've got graphite on my fingers, um, on how wide, you know, you do it, you could put some graphite on either side, so that way it looks more
Oh,
rounded,
it looks tubular.
tubular.
I noticed you saw Lynn's post because she posted
Yeah,
one on the community site, but
yeah.
she didn't shade any of the other circles other than that one big one.
That I showed her. Yeah, I when she texted it to me, um, oh, Joe says right over left, left. Wait, right
Oh,
over left,
yeah,
left over right.
left
I was
over
gonna say
right.
right over left, left over left. No, no, he didn't write
You
that.
know, and this
Right
is
over right.
that is exactly the way you do it. And I use that to tie up my tomatoes in the summer. And all summer long, as I'm tying up my tomatoes, every one I tie up, I say to myself, right over left, left over right, right over left, left over right. I know how to do it. Why do I have to repeat it to myself? I don't know, but that's what I do. It's just one of those things. It takes the boredom out of tying up tomatoes, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the little the story when you because I tie my shoes differently than when I first learned, and I was like, wait, how do you do that? There's something going through the whole. I'm like, oh, I can't remember. I'll just do
Oh
it the way
no,
I
I
do it.
don't remember that either because I use the rabbit ears method.
Yeah, and you taught. Yeah, that's what I do. But I remember.
And that's probably because I taught you how to do it that way.
Okay,
You
but
don't
I
know the other
remember
way
that little
either.
story. Yeah,
But there is a
it's,
poem or something that goes with that
yeah.
lesson.
Somebody's gonna type it. Um. Amy says it avoids tomato oopsies. Oh, that's funny. Uh,
Well, I've been teaching
oh,
like those stretchy bracelets at OPC for what? Years. I have yet to have anybody, even though I tell them how to do it and I show them how to do it, they constantly bring them to me to tie them.
oh.
I had one lady yesterday who did it, and it looked like she did it okay. I didn't test it, but where is
Um,
OPC? It's in Rochester, Michigan, Rochester
yeah,
Hills, Michigan.
yeah, and
Senior
it's a senior center. Just yeah.
Senior Activity Center. Nobody lives there. Well, I used to almost because I was there so much. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I just maybe a little darker, so I have more dramaticness.
Then if you put
Um,
dots on it, it looks like a really good big salted pretzel.
yes. Oh, you know what? I should do. Well, I should have done that with with the brown and some. Uh-huh. And then I'm gonna go to the mall and get a hot Sam pretzel. For those that don't know, when I was at Sam's Club last night, I was getting some things, and we
They
like
have
their. It's getting some mozzarella sticks, and right next to the pretzels. I'm like, oh, oh, it's so good.
Did you get one?
No, because I'm trying to avoid those things. Like I'm gonna have to see if I can find a way to make a healthier version or something, which won't be the same. It's just one of
No,
those. No, you splurge now and then, and that's it. You know.
that's it. What's a tomato oopsie? I don't know.
Well, I think she was saying when you say the mantra, right over left, left over right, as you're
Oh,
doing it, it would
oh
avoid a
yeah.
tomato oopsie.
Well, you can start it. You can do left over right and right over left. It doesn't matter.
Ah, just you
As
can't
long
do
as
right
you
over
do
right.
the second one opposite of the first one.
Like
Because
when we were
otherwise it's a granny square,
ah
a granny knot. And if you pull on it, it'll come undone. And if you're making a beaded bracelet, you don't want that to happen.
no. I wish I would have recorded when we were you were trying to tell John when we were hanging up that giant Zentangle board
Oh,
on the patio, and and there was not conversations. It was
was I
really
trying
funny.
to tell him how to do it then?
Yeah, and he was like, "No," and he was thinking one thing, you were thinking the other. It was like when sometimes when we explain, "No, go here, go this place, that on that we've done before." When you're trying to point something out and we can't find it, and
Right.
it's just really
Yeah.
funny.
No, Luna, these are not sliding knots. She's saying tomatoes got along great. Oh, you mean the sliding knots? No, square knots do not slide. The more you pull on them, the tighter they get.
Because otherwise you would have tomato oopsies all over the place. They would be, as the wind blows, right? It would just be,
Well, I mean, a lot of people, like your Aunt Gail included, just let the tomato plants sprawl all over the ground. And, it's the
yeah.
way a lot of people do it. But I stake mine and pinch off the side branches, and that's it.
I'm trying to do this so that way I don't have my hand on.
What you've already done.
Yeah, because I'm like going, wait, where's all that graphite coming from?
5-minute
Is it
warning.
time? Oh no, it's time.
It is time.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah,
No warning.
I'm almost done.
Wait, what happened? Who was in charge of warning and they
I
didn't
don't
do
know. Luna did give us a 4-minute warning or something like that. All right, so for those that are new to us, yeah, open up your webcam. We'll see what you've done. I'm not looking yet because I want to finish this a little bit. I'm excited. Then we'll ooh and ah. I'll take this. I'll let you know before I take the screenshot because I don't want anybody's hands falling off.
Remember, now I don't know if this will work.
Oh, like it. You wonder you there. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ah, these are so cool. Leslie says we should record the family 24/7 so they can watch. Yeah, we're gonna have our own reality show. Oh my
We were
gosh.
just watching old movies the other day.
Yes.
Back before it was just 8mm, whatever, no
Yeah.
sound.
All right, let me get this set. And while I'm doing that, and as this, we got 2 pages. Oh, and enough on 2 pages. Oh, these are just, oh my goodness. Okay. All right. If this is it, if it doesn't have to be finished, as you see mine. And losing something here. Oh, here we go. And I don't know. Right. That looks like it stopped moving here. So I'm going to guess that's it. But before I take it,
Beatrice is going to have to hold it a whole lot closer.
Okay. Yeah. Hold your arm all the way out. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty good now.
All right. My thing. Okay. Hold them steady. And wait. There, right there, right there. Okay. Still hold them steady. Okay. Oops. Nope. I should say hold them steady and nobody type. All right, one second. All right, I got them all. I do believe. So let me save this really quick.
It looks like Roberta confused herself.
What?
Or us. She has an octagon in the middle.
Oh, she went to get fancy. Oh, hold on, Colleen. Oh no, I haven't used Colleen. Okay. What is today? 19. 1 and let's see. Let me get page 2 up here, and then let me share my screen.
And yes, Sherry, Heather does send out these group things.
Yes.
Eventually.
Yes. I've been well, sort of more on it. Entire screen there. Okay, so let's look at I save this one here. And Roberta and me have to turn off our things. We do the right thing there. And did I get there? Well, here, I can get yours, Roberta. Sure, I can if I go to the right place. Her thing is spinning.
I see nothing. Do you see it?
Oh, there we go. Are you seeing the screen share?
Oh, yeah. Roberta's
Okay.
is in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so she decided to get fancy. Look at that.
So she's
Ah,
got 3 loops, and I don't know how you ever figured how they were where they were going.
oh my gosh. Oh, that's what I was starting to. I was saving this. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's so neat. And I
I
like
I was just
Sharon.
I was just noticing Zelda put in Knightsbridge.
Yes.
And I'm noticing, okay, because some of them are, I'm thinking this is her method, and it's really a good idea. Um, See how she does hasn't gone to all the lines all the way yet?
Yeah. Just do a scribble.
Just something to fill it in so you know those are the ones to fill in. And I think that's probably why I don't like Knightsbridge, because I get confused on which
Mm,
ones to fill in. And
yeah.
but that's a good idea. Or put an X in every, like where you're
Yeah.
supposed to fill them in or something.
Yeah, because sometimes even just thinking, what is it, the kissing corners or something like that. Oh,
Mhm.
but Zelda says in your honor. But that's a good, yeah. So maybe she'll like it now. That's a good
Well,
idea.
I don't like Jonquil any better than I like Knightsbridge, so just to let you know.
Yeah, yeah. And Sherry, yeah. If you subscribe to my blog, which is on that link tree on my website, that's where I usually send them out. I will do my best to remember if you don't want to do that, because that's where I send them out from. And it gives me one less step. So if you want to do that, but I'll try to remember too. But yeah, because I'll set out the screenshots. And okay. And then two, my email is on that link. That Thank you, Luna, for putting that in there. So if you're not on our Facebook group, and maybe you're not on Facebook at all, email it to me, because I also include the close-ups, or I swipe them off of our Facebook group. But you can join the Facebook group too. There's just 4 questions that everybody has to answer to do that.
And they're not real personal questions.
No, no. But you know what? I found it because there was one, like, because the last question is, do you agree to the admin rules? And I think the last time I'm like going, well, maybe they just missed it. And I let him go. And then all of a sudden, and Allie, thank you. Cause I forget what it was, like some scammy weird thing that somebody posted, and Allie, reported. I'm like going, oh, it's like, and I think it was that person. I'm like going, I'm not doing that again. Nope. Have to, if you can't answer all 4, then there. Yeah, we don't have time for that. Exactly. But look at Sandy's. Now, wait a minute. I'm looking at Sandy's. Then we'll go to the first page.
I was
Well,
thinking it
Tedra,
was.
really neat, by the way. Oh, and that's a neat idea to make it look kind of ropey.
Oh.
And she used the tucker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What? Clever.
Um,
Um,
I was thinking it was Diva Dance Rock and Roll, but it looks a little different. She's
no,
got literally she's shaded, it's like a double aura, and she's shaded one spiral or
yeah,
something.
there's a name for we've done that a while ago. I can't
Oh,
remember the name of it, but it was like RO, or I can't remember. But yeah, it's kind of like um a jiggly hand spiral. But yeah, you double it. Maybe Sandy will tell us. But no, I was just looking at the colors, because I'm like, wait, what color paper did she use? And is it the darker color? And we're just seeing the light, I'm gonna guess. But
uh,
it's really, really neat. Gray paper tile. Okay. So neat. All right, we talked about Zelda. So let's go to the first. I did save it. Yes, I did. Okay. All right, let me move things. My gosh. Oh, wait, Allie, you said you couldn't get around this one? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
Oh,
you.
she did do Diva Dance. It just looked different.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Neat. Neat, neat. That third attempt. Oh, I want to see the first two.
'Cause that's beautiful.
Very
It
nice.
looks very, Celtic with the aura-ing the whole thing. It
Yeah.
really adds something to it.
And look at Colleen's. I'm gonna go down in columns.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. You know, well, and I have you put it so from the first look to doing it, not as hard as it looked, right? For some, right? I don't, oh, so neat. And then Karen's, wow. I liked it with the twisty thing. That was one of the things with the kala that I did because they had the things going in the wrong directions. I said, well, just connect the other two lines. It's all right, and you make it a twisty thing, like what Karen did. When you twist, and they're like, oh, she's like, she's got something for everything. I'm like, yes, I do. And yeah, Kathy, wow, look at that. Like I said, you could take those end lines anywhere you want, and she did. And Jackson too. Wow. And that background's gonna be amazing. And Dee Dee's zenning for a challenge. Nice. Oh, wait a minute. Look at
That's what I'm
she did
thinking.
double.
Yeah. How did she do
Oh,
that?
clever. Well, if you
Oh,
put a
2
couple diamonds in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but that gives me a headache.
Overachievers.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, and Amy, gosh, that's very cool. Both of them. And Barb's, wow. Oh, I love that with the big flux in the spaces. Oh, that's gorgeous. And Diana. Oh wait. Oh no, Diana R. I'm gonna get confused because we have Diane R. Yeah, right. I love that using two whole separate colors. And Jackie's nice. I like the arrows at the end. That is so very cool. And Kim's nice. Yeah, I'm putting the background in. Yeah, that's cool. And good job, Beatrice. Oh wait, now Diane Rachel. Oh, I can't wait to see that finished one.
Oh,
Look
because
at what
she's
she's
got
doing.
one going on. Some lines go on and some stop.
Yeah, I think she's
That
done. She's
is neat.
connecting a whole bunch of them.
Mhm.
Neat. And Jen's. I was waiting to get to Jen's because I like to try to go in an order. Um,
Okay, Jen, I want to see the other side and where those lines continue.
yes.
That's your homework for tonight. Those lines go through and they're on the other side. You have to
Oh,
show us.
you have totally have to do that. And then that would be a great project.
Oh, it would.
Oh,
Oh, they go
and then
into a new universe.
we'll make mobiles, and then we'll hang them. Yeah, Tangleverse. Yes, that's great. And I love this. I love how you have it squared. That is just so neat.
Yeah.
And
And
Laurel,
Joe did an overachiever one too.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. My eyes weren't there yet. Oh, wow. I like Laurel's and adding the little orbs because I think on one of the samples it had orbs and that was nice too. And Michelle, that is awesome. It makes me think it's like it's a knot on some lattice
Hmm.
or something. Or like a fancy window, where it's just got, Very neat. Yeah, and yeah, Joe totally overachieved. And Elaine, oh my goodness, look at that.
Luna says that I think she's talking about Jen's. They go through, they show on the back and then wrap around to the front and then back through the tomatoes.
Oh, that's funny. I like Elaine how the dimension on the
Oh
I don't
yes,
yeah
by
on
making
the
the loops bigger and then
yeah, that's just very neat. And then
the
yours,
ones
of course,
hers
Mom, is so
and
beautiful.
who else used two colors? Oh, Diana
Mm-hmm.
really makes it look like a square knot because that's what I look for, is to see that those loops coming
Right.
through to make sure it's square.
Oh, these all turned out so great. Yeah, oh, you're right. Yeah, Kathy, it has such depth, and it's just it's just very neat. Very neat. It's one of those, if like mine sort of went that way on the ends, but it's like, okay, if I plan it, I don't know. So, oh, very cool. All right, well, let's stop the recording.